Okay.
So what are we doing today?
What are we doing today? We wanted to make a short film on answering a question from a viewer, and we came out near a neighborhood park on our EUCs to find a tree to ask a question from our viewer. And the question was to ask the tree if it knew Jesus Christ. And I had never asked tree questions before. I would always just get messages from the tree as if I'm connecting to a consciousness that felt more unified. And so this will be the first clip where I ask a tree a question. We drove through the park and I saw behind of a playground a nice looking tree, but ended up being two trees, not just one. So I kind of feel like leading into the question, do you know Jesus Christ? I feel like there's going to be potentially a lot that I might get or nothing. We'll see.
What do you know about Jesus Christ?
What do I know about Jesus Christ? Well, the word Christ is a Greek term, Christos. The name Christ comes from the word Christos, that's Greek, which means full of existence. So you're full of God yourself. So, in my opinion, everyone in a life form, including trees, including humans, are Christos with life. So I feel like the term Jesus Christ is kind of an umbrella term for everyone, but a very specific person, I believe, is what the person was asking as our viewer. One of our very first questions ever. So to me, though, pretty personal, going through life with family in the Catholic faith. And I feel that there's a version of Jesus Christ in that faith, and the one that I got to know, the name Jesus means actually Yeshua. Yeshua is a different spelling of that name, but it has a more broader feeling than just one man. But I think it involves many different layers than I originally had growing up. So let's just get to it. Let's ask the tree if it knows Jesus Christ. All right. Which one do I choose? There's two. I thought they were one. Well, let's go over to this guy over here, or girl. Trees are male and female, by the way. They're not just female, they're male trees as well. Aren't you the one we should be asking about? Is the response I'm getting. And I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 4-sided block with a 5th block in the middle. And 5 is a number that represents humanity. So the tree was basically saying, why ask of one person when we should be asking, do we know ourselves? So to me, that is kind of showing we should start seeing ourselves as Yeshua, as Christ, which is the original meaning behind this person delivering a message in that regard, a historical figure. Let's see if I can ask the tree any further clarification of, shouldn't I be asking about myself, ourselves? He was not one, but many that came to deliver this message of finding yourself. Every time dog barks, I lose my connection and then my mind goes to the dog. I'm feeling a little bit of movement with this tree, not as much, but I feel like I'm ready to go to the next tree that's right beside it. So I'm assuming these trees grew about the same time, because if you look at these little helicopter guys, people wonder like why trees are growing together. Well, you can see these two beautiful nuggets of potential life came falling from a tree, two together to kind of make one. So that's kind of indicative of when two people to come together to experience life as one. And I think that's why we see these two trees very similar in size, very close together, because they were kind of made for each other. So anyway, shoo. Okay, let's go to tree number 2 right next door. Breathe in the air that you want to breathe into. It's time to breathe in excitement into your life. A lot of the trees I've communicated with talk about excitement and breathing in life, breathing in excitement. So for anyone watching this set of documentaries we make, it's time to bring in your own excitement. We came to see the union of the one, and it was showing me a canopy over 2 people coming together to represent a one. So 2 individuals coming together to unite, to feel the power of one, which just means we are all one. And if you can feel into the heartbeat within yourself, you'll start to feel the heartbeat of the tree. And of course, trees don't have, a physical heart, but they are kind of indicative of the number 4, a bridge of the heart chakra, of different energies coming together to experience life. I'm seeing a vision in my third eye with someone kayaking, going around a huge rock. It reminds me of the Horseshoe Canyon, the Grand Canyon up in Arizona. But this could be a message for someone that's been wanting to experience kayaking or having fun, because I was seeing someone in the kayak or canoe moving the oar and spinning it like those 2 seeds that I was shown on the ground that represent the maple trees kind of growing together, the excitement of nature and getting out. Yeah. It's hard with the dogs barking, but we got some cool messages. I just have to accept the dog as part of existence, and the bark is a part of everything coming together. All right, so this was a short video, but I have now a Jesus tree behind me. That's what I'm labeling this one, just because I asked it, does it know Jesus Christ? And you just saw the response there was kind of throwing it back to yourself. Why ask about one person? Ask about yourself, because you have that greatness in you, just as the other person did that I asked about Jesus. So I want to get a little name tag for this beautiful maple tree and call this one the Jesus tree. So I think it's pretty spot on for me and how I relate to Jesus as well. That the message was, you have to focus on yourself because you are the divine. That was pretty powerful. I liked that. And thank you to the viewer who posed that question. I'm not sure if that's what the viewer was anticipating, but it made sense to me. And we'll keep rolling with tree messages. Thanks for watching.
Do you feel better now?
I think so. Yeah, it's off my chest now.
Butterflies in your stomach?
No more butterflies. I had butterflies asking that question.